Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will learn about exception handling over a stringify and parse of a JavaScript object. In our previous video, we have learned how to convert a object into string and how to convert a string into a object using parse and stringify methods. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here I have included my index.js into index.html, and now I can write my code in my index.js and can see that particular code in my index.html. Let me go to the index.js. Let me create an object. Const obj is equal to name colon Sai Kumar and age colon 20. So something like this. And now how to convert this object into a string? Let me convert that object into a string by using JSON.stringify of obj. So this will be used to convert our object into a string and the vice versa. So let me copy this and place this inside a stringify object. Stringify object is equal to this one, and let me print this stringify object here. Let me save this. Now go back, open the inspect. Let me console and clear reload. So now you got a string, and whenever we want to convert this string into an object or parsed object, then we'll be using a method called as JSON.parse of the stringified object. So let me save this, and if you go and see here, we'll be getting a value within an object. Now everything is fine. But for example, I have this string. Instead of this stringify object, I have this string itself, and that is inside a one more string and semicolon. Or let me give single quotes, because we should not use a single quote inside a single quote or double quote inside a double quote. We can use vice versa. Internally we are using a double quote, so I'm using a single quote externally. So now this is a string, but as per our knowledge, we can give a string like this also, because it doesn't matter what that string contains, whether it is a valid object or invalid object. In this case, we'll be facing one issue. Let me go here and reload. We are getting the string but unexpected end of JSON input. That means here this JSON.parse is getting failed. So now how to check this JSON.parse method, whether the string contains a valid object or not? Most of the people will get confused and they always suggest to use if condition. If of JSON.parse of stringify object, and then they will be trying to write some code inside this like console.log of valid JSON, and else they'll write console.log of invalid. Most of the people will use this. Actually speaking, if you know about the if conditions, always if condition will evaluate the condition which is inside that. That means here JSON.parse of stringify means here itself we will be getting an error. It will not go further step to execute, because JavaScript will throw an error. Once it is throwing an runtime error, if you are not handling it, it will not proceed for the further steps. So in this case, will not get any output of the if and else. If you go back and clear it off and reload, you will be getting an error again. But this time the error is in line number 11. If you see the line number 11, that is inside the if condition. So by this we can understand that whenever we are parsing an string of an object, the object should contain a valid object. So we cannot use if condition. Now how to solve this? Actually speaking, whenever you want to do a exception handling in JavaScript, we have a mechanism called as try catch. Try and then followed by catch. So catch will receive one error and it is something like console.log of error. So we can find this error. What this try will do is, whenever there is an error inside the try block, it will throw an error into the catch, and that will not break your statement. For example, let me write this console.log of like this. Previously, whenever we are enabling this particular line, we are getting an error, but this time we are using a try catch, and let me write some console.log of after try catch. That means in this case, what I want to suggest to you is, whenever we are using a try catch, it will check the whether any statement of this block is failed. If anything fails, it will come to the error block without giving a runtime error, and also it will continue the remaining execution. Let me go back, clear it off, and reload. So now we are getting the same error, syntax error, unexpected end of JSON, but this is not in the red color. That means it is not interrupting your execution. The try catch method will help you not to interrupt the execution of the JavaScript, and also it continues the JavaScript execution by using or catching that particular error in catch block. If you see here 21 line number, this is a 21 line number, we are getting the catch. You may be having some doubts like when to use try catch. Try catch can be used in any scenarios. Whenever you are getting some error, it will be going to the catch block and it will not interrupt the JavaScript flow. Whenever you are not using try catch and whenever we are getting a runtime errors, at that particular time JavaScript will not execute the remaining statements. So whenever you feel like some set of statements are maybe giving a problem in future, please try to use try catch. In this case, the parse will be giving an error if the object or the string of object is invalid. So always use try catch whenever you are using a JSON.parse, and if it comes to the catch block, then we can say that it is an invalid object which is inside a string. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my explanation, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.